Gray, and I'm working with Simply Dynamics. So today I'm going to bring you through SD Document Pack, which is one of our most popular apps, and it's a set of about 25 plus of the most commonly used documents in Business Central. So today, for our demo purposes, I'm going to be bringing you through a Cronus database, and I'm going to assume that we're all familiar with Business Central and the navigation and the product as such. Okay, so SD Document Pack, it's a set of, as I said, 25 plus of the most commonly used documents in Business Central. And these key documents, we built them to present a professional, consistent company image across all the documents that are supplied in the pack. You can see that the color scheme, the appearance of the documents, the sales invoice, sales order there, and pick instruction. I just took some samples. The color scheme, the appearance of the documents, the report headers and footers. We have them standardized across all the documents that are in the pack, just to give a good, I suppose, strong professional company image across all the documents. So today I'm just going to bring you through showing how you can control a number of the visuals on the documents with no need to do any coding at all. So I'll just go back into our app. And I will just go into the main setup card of Document Pack. So in Document Pack here, you can easily change your colors, the header and footer colors, to match your own company logo, which is a good feature to have. So the headers and the footer colors can match your logo, and that looks quite good. And we've surfaced this color code picker.com access, so you can upload your logo there and select the color of your logo, and it returns the hexadecimal color for you that you can just add in here. We also can define the static and the dynamic fields that display in the header and footer quite easily. So these would be like, we can control the address formatting here, what parts of the address you want to include or exclude from the header. So it's your company address formatting, and the addresses that would appear at the top of the reports, which would be these ones here. You could maybe choose to exclude the address line 2 or something like that, just to keep it all standardized across the reports. You can also define the text that you want to display in the footers. So just for example, here I have just put in this code here, or this text here, and that will flow through to all of the reports in the document pack. So again, it just gives you some nice flexibility without having to add any code. You put in your footers text here and it'll appear across all the documents. Also, another thing here in the main setup of Document Pack, you can choose what bank details you want shown on the reports or on the documents in the pack. So you can choose your main bank, and you can display those details on your report. Or if you wanted maybe for documents, say like your invoices and your orders, you can choose to use specific bank details linked to the currency. So that gives you flexibility as well. And again, you can do that with no need for any coding at all. With some other options here, like you can display commodity code information on the documents if you choose, or you can display digital signatures as well. Okay, so that's all contained in the actual setup of the overall setup of Document Pack. And what we'll do now is I can just go and show you. We'll go into one of the actual report setup. We'll take the sales order as an example. And again, in here, you can easily add fields in the info box on the report. So in each one of the reports that are supplied in Document Pack, you have flexibility here of fields that you can add here into the info box, again, without needing to add any code. You can add in actual fields, you can change the caption, you can move them up and down the order they display here in the info box. For dates, you can put in special formatting. You can add in a line, a blank line here, just to group your information. And you can also add in a text line if you wanted. And also you have control over if you want to display a barcode or not, and you have control over the content of the barcode. So here I just have it set up that it's the barcode is displaying the sales order number. So I can just show you how we do that, how easy this is. Okay, so we are going to add here, I'll just remove this one actually. That was from my run through earlier, but that's the code I'm going to add. I'm going to show you how to add how easy it is to add a field. So we're just going to add the order date. So just do a new line and just simply pick the field number from, and we'll be picking this from the sales header table, and the order date is here. So what we can do now is we can decide to put a caption on that, or sorry, a format on the order date. So if we wanted to display in a certain way, and it's easy to fill in here. We're just defining the formatting, how we want that order date to display in our info box. And we can just simply move that order date down to where the other dates are showing. And you can also change the captions that will appear in the info box. So you could just say contact number. So again, it gives you flexibility that if you want to add a field to that info panel, you can do it yourself. There's absolutely no need to do any coding at all. And again, you're sticking to your consistency of your company image across. All the reports would have that, I suppose, go out that leave your business would have this info box at the top of them. So again, just to remind you, this is what we're updating here at the moment. So we're just adding a field to that and moving the order around and changing a caption. So if I just do a test print on that, I'll just preview. They're usually a lot quicker. This is my slow connection in. And there we can see our order date has appeared. And we've moved them up and down. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to show you would be the branding in Simply in the document pack setup. With the branding, it allows you to define your company branding with the supplied documents and reports, and you can link your branding to an individual report. So if I just show you here what I mean. So I've created a brand, a Simply Dynamics brand. So perhaps you might have some documents that for certain customers or for certain countries, you might display a different logo. You might want to display different information, your banking information, bank details might be different, or your name and address details could be different, your logo, and these details here. So with the branding, it just allows you to easily set that up, and you can trigger to display the branding on the documents just by setting up filters to trigger the display of the branding. So back in here, we have our Simply Dynamics brand that I've set up. I've chosen the different logo compared to the Kronos logo for this, different communication details. And here now to link the branding to the report, I can just simply add the report. And again, I'm just going to choose sales order. And to get this brand to appear in the sales order, so for example, we might want to say for any US customers we have as an example. Down here, number 90, our sell to country region code. Just line that up. And we put our filter in that it has to be the US. Okay. So that's that. trigger there. The trigger there for me. And if we go back in here to our reports, this one here, our sales order confirmation. Okay, so we can see our Cronus logo here for our customer in Great Britain, the country region code. And here for the US, we have our different branding with our differing company details here for this. And then our Cronus logo again for the Netherlands. So we can see here the flexibility that we have. Again, no need to code. And you have your branding set up there, your different branding for your documents. And that can be done for all of the documents that are in the Document Pack app. So I've just done a brief run through there with you of how an example of our Document Pack app. You have your color picker there to match your logo to the color of your logo. The headers and footers can be matched to the color of your logo. You have the flexibility to define the fields, the captions, and the formatting here in the info box. Can choose to show barcode content if you wish. You can control your address formatting. Have your text that you can display in your report headers and footers. You can define your company branding for all the documents and reports. And again, you can do this out of the box with no need for coding at all. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for listening. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me now. Or if anyone's interested, I can go through things in more detail with you on a one-to-one. We could, if you wanted to look to book a session.